Good evening, everyone. Welcome once again to Wednesday webinar with me. As always, this webinar, the purpose of this webinar is to provide that quick nugget to the leaders, which could be useful for them on a topic which is relevant as of today. And I picked these topics either based on my interaction with my clients, my peers, or the poll which I do on LinkedIn or otherwise. So topics are always which are relevant in today's area. And today the topic is impossible transitions, thriving without burning out in the GenAI area. And this is kind of a continuation of the topic which we had last time, in which we discussed how GenAI is impacting all industries. And then we also explore a framework called AIM, which I share with the participants towards the end of the webinar. Now, continuing in this journey, the purpose of today's topic is to discuss how the GenAI is leading to burnout for professionals, for leaders, and how it could be prevented. So let's get started. A quick reflection, a quick connect with the topic. How many GenAI tools have you tried so far? And the tools which are shown on the screen are just some examples. You might have used a GenAI tool beyond these also. Think about them also.
Uh, I would say 10 to 12.
10 to 12. And do you still feel that you've got too many GenAI tools to try which you have not even tried so far? Do you
You're
get that
right. Yeah,
feeling?
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I have that feeling. Yeah.
And that's what's happening with us. We've got too many tools coming from GenAI that we are getting that overwhelmed feeling, and which is then connected somewhere to the burnout if that
Uh-huh.
continues, and that's what we are discussing today. And and I think we are, as of now, we are in a race to learn more and more tool. Ishwar, would you agree that we
Yes,
want to
yes.
learn many tools,
Correct.
right? And this is something we'll explore, and towards the end of it, I'll give you a different solution of looking at it. Not at how many tools you're doing, but let's keep it for there. Uh, so now let's look at how this wave of GenAI is different from the earlier revolution. And if we look at the industrial revolution starting from the uh, 1800 or 1700 age of steam and railways, and then uh, the combustion engine, then the age of information telecommunication.
Mm-hmm.
Now each of them were done to bring efficiency, to bring the cost down, right?
Mm.
Now, if we look at the earlier industrial revolutions, like the first one which happened in 1700, 1800, uh, they took almost 100 years to double the productivity.
Mm.
However, after that, each of the wave, the gains have been becoming more relative to
Mm.
the earlier wave. Now, if we look at the combustion engine, or if we look at the age of computers and .com, the gains, the productivity gains or the efficiency gains have reached to almost 6% a year on an average
Mm.
globally, right? It could be
Mm.
higher or lower in the regions. However, you would be able to relate and share your experience also. Even today, when we talk about doing more, we think about adding more headcount.
Mm.
Is that right? So growth in any organization is still related to increase in the headcount.
Yeah,
What are your
and
thoughts?
yes, Chetan, and also if I can comment on something else too. For example, a manager's KPI is still the number of people who are reporting into them. Still, the traditional
Absolutely.
mindset is still there. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So, and see, even after 200, 300 years of these
Mm.
automation waves, one after one,
Mm.
as you share, and that's my experience also.
Mm.
However, what we are seeing, what we are hearing recently is that GenAI is going to change it, and we have
Mm.
been seeing waves of layoffs also.
Mm.
Now, we will not get into if those layoffs are actually because of GenAI or some different reason. Uh, So what's really happening? So there's a real opportunity because GenAI is going to change that equation that the growth has to be linear with the headcount,
Mm.
right? Because if we look at the earlier automation, they still require a human in a big way
Mm.
to operate them. If we can look at the combustion engine, we can look at the Tesla Model T from Ford.
Mm.
There was a lot of automation. So, however, what is being predicted that GenAI is going to change that equation, and that is opportunity also. That's a tension also, and
Mm.
that is true for organizations also. That is true for individuals also. Now,
Mm.
why? Because in the last webinar we were looking at some stats. While all organizations realize there's a big opportunity, they do not have skill to realize that opportunity.
Mm.
And similar is the case for the individuals also, professionals also. We
Mm.
all are hearing there's a big opportunity in GenAI, but I think we still don't know how to
Mm.
leverage it, right?
That's right.
And it's same for professionals also, and the industry also. Corporates also are doing a lot of experimentation, but they don't have the solid use case which can
Mm.
give that efficiency. So it's
Mm.
still in the experiment state.
Yes.
However, prediction is that this will decouple the growth from headcount. We are talking about the unicorns, which would be with a single person, right? Maybe
Mm.
not single person, but very few. So all that is
Mm.
being discussed. Uh, Now, what's really happening here? Now, what's happening? The the rate of technology evaluation is way beyond the human
Mm.
rate of catching it up, right? The
Mm.
new
Yeah.
tools are coming up. The way Gen AI is learning more and more is outpacing our capability to learn and keep
Mm.
on learning, right? As we were discussing, 10, you
Mm.
already learned 10 Gen AI tools, you still feel you have to do more,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Yes.
So
Mm.
that is so the efficiency increase which is coming from Gen AI is outpacing our energy,
Mm.
and that also leads to the burnout, right? Because
Mm.
firstly, a lot of uncertainty which is coming, and then it's we somehow start feeling that okay, I'm not doing enough, I'm not learning it quick enough, I
Mm.
am I am uh, not using it well enough, and all that leads to the burnout.
Correct.
Now, what I call is the new human Gen AI equation. Now, every past wave of technology replaces or accelerated human effort, right? So, if we come from the
Chetan,
industry,
can I add something before you
yes,
move to the
please,
next slide?
Ishwar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's a very. Can you go back to the previous slide, please?
this one.
This is a great point because see, I keep telling my colleagues and other people who I also mentor that it's not important that you just save on time, but it's very important that you save energy, right? Your now energy has become a more important resource than time, right? So this is such a nice point that you brought up because I myself really it really very well resonates with me because as I told you, right, the reason why I'm trying out for more Gen AI tools, already I tried 10, but I still feel it's not enough because see, for a PPT, I'm looking for some tool, right? And for something else, I look for something else. And this is causing burnout. Yeah, my energy is getting expent. So
Yeah,
this is a really good point. It's not just I totally agree that saving a lot of time by using these tools, but then there's always this burnout still happening with me. So I really like this
yeah,
slide. Please go ahead.
yeah. And I'll share the way out of it also, Ishwar, as we move forward. But thanks for sharing that.
Hmm.
And and you're right. So I think Now, what's happening? We are also spending so much energy in learning so many tools,
Mm.
Ishwar, right? And
Yeah.
then, and frankly speaking, you know, the tools which provide the, let's say, the slide decks, right? So
Mm.
initially, like a year back, there was a lot of excitement with these tools. Like they can create the deck in few minutes, right? All that. But
Mm.
more and more, this is my experience also, and while talking to others, now what I am hearing, yes, it can
Mm.
create something in 2 minutes, but that's not usable,
Ah, correct.
right? That does not have my character in it, right?
Mm.
And uh, and that actually takes more energy to fix it then.
Yeah.
Agree? What's your experience?
Yeah, so you're right because if you see the LLMs will give you generic information, right? And you don't have the ability to create rags by yourself and then fine tune it, right? And do all of that. So, although things, I mean, generic things, yeah, we are able to get it immediately, like in 2 minutes, as you mentioned. But fine tuning that to make it context relevant is really still a challenge.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, GenAI is different. That is different from earlier automation. Very big difference is that GenAI can learn from us also. Sure.
Mm.
Agree?
Yeah, yeah.
So learning is not one way. It's not that only we are learning the tool. The big
Correct,
difference about GenAI is that tool also learn from me,
correct, correct.
right? So that means it's not only about me learning more and more tools, it's something about something else also which can bring in the efficiency, which can preserve my energy also,
Mm. Yeah.
right? Now, what could be? Uh, so it's not just the automation that I've automated few things and that's the efficiency. The efficiency here is also coming because GenAI is going to learn what I'm automating,
Mm.
right? And next time, uh, the real power of GenAI should be it should give me more contextual output, which I can
Mm.
use without putting a lot of efforts or lesser
Mm.
efforts than the last time. That is the
Mm.
real equation. So the learning has to be both way.
Mm.
If it's one way, then we are not getting the actual benefit from the GenAI.
Mm.
Now, how do we do it? So, and I've been researching for this. What I also realize, like now with the Chat
Mm.
GPT, as I use it more and more, it it knows my context more and more.
Mm. Correct.
So when it gives me answer, it gives me output. It tells me, okay, Chetan, this relates to what your theme of you in lead. I'm just giving example. Or the picture which you're asking me, use these color because these align with your brand colors.
Mm.
What my learning is then, it's not about learning too many Gen AI tools. What is to be focused that we pick one or two that learn from me,
Mm.
and
Okay.
then they become the actual partner. So let me give an analogy. Like so, when we hire an intern in the office, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, initially, intern, you will have to, or the mentor, whosoever is the mentor will have
Mm.
to teach intern a lot about the context. Now,
Mm.
intern might know the technical things, but the context of the office, how the things are doing there, what are the SOPs, what are the tools, right? You will
Mm.
have to teach, and then you start getting the output from the intern.
Correct.
So this is very similar in the case of GenAI tools. Also, we have to spend time with the GenAI tools, through the prompting, through working with them. So let's pick two tools. One could be ChatGPT, other could be Gamma. Now, if I'm working with these two tools over the prolonged time, these tools should learn my style and they
Mm.
should produce outcome which are more aligned with what I'm looking for. So then
Mm.
my efforts reduce. What is your
That's right.
experience?
No, no, that's right. But uh, I I didn't still experience the fact that it's learning from me very quickly. But then I too agree that as I keep prompting quite often on the same topic, although my prompt, the nature of prompts in terms of what you call quality still remains the same. I'm getting more contextual content. Uh, but then what I'm thinking is probably it is referring to the sources which I am pointing to very frequently, rather than it going to some generic sources and picking data from there. So in a way, you're right, but I'm yet to experience this in full.
Agree. You're right. I completely agree. And I was discussing with someone yesterday that how is it happening? So it is more of a functionality of the chat bot, the chat GPT, not the LLM. So LLM
Oh,
do not remember me what, but the chat GPT remembers my history, and from there it brings the context.
correct, correct. You're right.
So yes, and as I said, I mean it's not a big gain, but small gain we can feel, right? That it's bring that context as we use
And
it more.
even if you are giving prompts in different windows, right? It still remembers
Yeah,
the
it
context. Yeah,
still
yeah,
remembers. It still
yeah.
remembers. So, and I kind of realize it lately that okay, this is what is happening, and from that realization it was come that okay, then I came with this model which I wanted to share with others also, and see how it helps everyone. Three as what I'm saying. First one is
Mm,
select. To select one or two tools, don't let's not start using 10, 20, 30 tools, because that, see, it's not using a word document or spreadsheet, right? Because uh,
mm-hmm,
in the case of GenAI, GenAI tools should also learn from me. So it's better to pick one or two tools that is going to help us in a big way. Now, if I'm a developer, it could be your Copilot, GitHub Copilot, or maybe if I'm creating content, it could be DALI or Sora or
mm,
whichsoever. But pick one or two tools and focus on them for a longer time. Or maybe Notion. Notion is being used in a big way now,
mm,
right? And Notion can kind of integrate with the different tools and the output also. So
mm,
it's actually getting more context,
mm,
right? It knows your calendar also, knows your schedule also, it knows your uh, content creation pattern
mm,
also. So let's say if I pick chat gpt and Notion, and again this is not strict rule, idea is that let's not
mm,
worry about knowing everything, but let's focus on two, three, four tools which give me
mm,
maximum benefits and start using them. Then as I am using those tools daily, I start refining the prompts, so that they start learning from me.
mm,
And then at the end, as we are saying in a smaller way in ChatGPT, and my belief is as we move forward, this history, this learning will become better in these,
mm,
not the models, but the tools like a ChatGPT or maybe the
mm,
Gamma. I have not tried Gamma. Maybe Gamma also learns over time. I don't know, but maybe with Gamma, and when I'm making slides, it learns from me what slides I'm looking for and can give me the similar style. Like I use Canva a lot, and Canva, I think they're just starting on AI, but I think over the time, more and more tools will start learning more and more with how we are using them,
mm,
and then that would be real benefit. So that's what, now coming from learning a large number of tools, here is that okay, focus on few tools, and not only we learn, they also learn from us, so that they become like a experience intern. Issue we were discussing, right? We hire an
yes,
intern, we have to train them, so it's
mm,
similar. Now benefit here is that this intern is not going to leave us. This is going to be there, right? uh, so over the time it will know more and more of our style, our
Mm.
uh, tone whatsoever, and that's what we start getting the real benefit out of it.
That's a great point, Chetan, because we always keep thinking of leveraging in other areas, right? But then aligning it with our style and needs is something that didn't strike me before. So yeah, probably this I'll start working on this. Yeah. The other point that I had, probably the last one,
Hmm.
is you were talking about automation, right? That GenAI does way more than automation because it's the feedback loop is there. It's learning from us, and then for with every epoch or iteration, it gets better, right? Uh, but we'll also have to be cautious in using. I mean, the context is important. Meaning, for example, reliability, as in, if we are working in a use case where reliability is important. For example, what a software does basically, right? Give 1,000 times input, it gives you a reliable answer output, only one standard result it will give. So that's the reliability of the machine, right? Is like 100%.
Yeah,
But in this case, every time the output keeps changing, right? Which is good for
true.
us, I agree. But then the reliability factor also goes down. So contextually,
True.
we'll have to take a call. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's lot many questions still to be answered. So you're right. Uh, that's why I said. I mean, it's a opportunity and challenge for professionals also and organizations also.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
because we're also saying that okay, as we uh, you know automation goes to Gen AI, the creativity, the the human skills remain with the people, us, right, the professionals,
Mm,
right, and then that can only happen when the tool learn more from us so that it
mm,
can do. Otherwise it's generating some input which is of not usable, and then we spend a lot of time on it, right?
mm.
So that's where I'm. So try it and let me know your feedback also, maybe in a month or so, Ishwar.
Huh,
And
huh, huh.
just the ways to reach out. If one-on-one coaching, someone wants to reach out to me, they can book a
Mhm,
session and we can do that. Otherwise, every Wednesday I'm doing these webinars.
mm.
Thanks for joining.